What is your name, please?
Richard Lopez.
Hold on a second. Thanks. I don't have suggested court dates for this. Mr. Lopez, you are charged with aggravated assault on a peace officer involving serious injury, aggravated assault involving a dangerous instrument, aggravated assault with temporary or substantial injury, and simple aggravated assault. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. You do have an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearings. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Raptis.
The state's recommending that Mr. Richard Lopez be held without bond per Article 2 for dangerousness. This case involves the defendant attacking an officer and multiple, attacking multiple people in different ways. He threw hot coffee at a QT clerk, and then he began to assault an officer with canned food. The officer eventually fell on the ground, was incapacitated, and Mr. Lopez continued to attack the officer in a pretty vicious manner. The officer suffered a broken cheekbone and required sutures. He is likely going to have ongoing vision issues as a result of this offense. So the state's recommending that Mr. Lopez be held without bond.
Defense counsel.
Judge, I believe the state can ask for that. However, there needs to be a hearing. So I think we treat it the same way as we would set a no bond hearing, and as soon as we can.
That's correct, Judge. I believe it's a Simpson hearing we need to set.
So you're requesting a no bond, but I may not be inclined to do that. I may be setting a bond. So what's your bond recommendation, defense counsel?
Judge, he doesn't have any felony priors at 38 years old. He doesn't have any employment at this point. So given that factor, you are inclined for a bond, one that meets his takes his financial situation into consideration.
Mr. Richard Lopez, your bond is set at $200,000. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set May 19th at 1:30 p.m. You also had misdemeanor cases, warrants for your arrest out of city court for 2 cases. One involved the domestic violence criminal damage from May 17th, 2024. One case is a domestic violence disorderly conduct from May 18th, 2024. I'm going to quash those warrants. I will release you on these matters since you're being held on a felony. And you had a third case actually for leaving the scene of an accident from March 14, 2025. So I will set your next hearing date for all your cases June 10, 2025 at 9 a.m. in city court. And I will appoint a city public defender to represent you. You are excused. Thank you.